Hello everyone, this is a tutorial for Uboot bootloader. Now the contents of this tutorial will be a brief introduction followed by um, understanding how to build the bootloader from the sources. Then once the sources are built, running it on an emulator freely available called QEMU. Then debugging the Uboot using GDB. Now, the starting point for somebody who is very fresh to Uboot would be to download a stable release and go through its directory structure or the subfolders. Now, the slide shows the directory structures of Uboot. If you see, there is a directory called include. Within it, there will be a directory called config, which will have all configurable targets that the Uboot can build. For example, uh, let's see how to download the Uboot bootloader. I'll go to Google and say Uboot. It will take me to Denix website. Within this, there is something called source code, and there is a link to the FTP server. Now, these are all the stable releases of Uboot. For the demo, I've chosen this Uboot 2009.11-RC2 tar. There's no specific reason why I chose this, but let's go ahead. This is my shared Linux PC which I'm accessing through SSH. So if I come here, I'll go into download directory. I've downloaded 2009-11-RC2. Okay, let me extract it to one folder, tar minus. Okay, let's go into config directory, include directory. So if you see, these are all the header files, and each of these header file define a target. Now for the demo, I'll be using a target called Versatile PB. It is based on TI's OMAP processor, basically ARM9 architecture. Let's take a look at its configuration file. I'll say vi versatile.h. So if I browse through, I'll know it is a ARM9 CPU core. If I further come down, I'll see something related to timers. Then we have something related to malloc. Then we have hardware drivers, and finally we have some command line configurations to say which all command line options are allowed with the board or target. Let's see how we can build this target. I'll come to main directory and I'll say make versatile config. So yeah, it's configured for the versatile board. Now would be a good point to answer the question why I chose this particular target. It is basically the limitation from the emulator. If I see the targets that are available on QEMU, Versatile PB is one of them. Let me just show it. Okay, so here you see Versatile PB is supported by QEMU. To build the target, build Uboot for the target, all I have to do is say make. Okay, I got an error saying that ARM Linux GCC is not found. Now the reason for this is I'm using the toolchain from Code Sorcery, which is named as ARM None Linux. Okay, to now configure the make files for this particular compiler, it can be done in several ways. One of them would be to form a symbolic link or else hack the make files or change the make files. One another way to uh, provide it runtime would be to say arm cross compile is equal to okay. This way you can build the target, but I'll go edit the make files and then do this. I'll say vi so okay, let's me save this file. I'll say make dist clean, this to clean the configuration. Then I'll say make versatile config and I'll say make this might take some 2 minutes, couple of minutes of time to compile. Okay, so if I see the generated files, one of them will be uboot, then you will have uboot.bin. Now uboot is a ELF file while uboot.bin is an binary. I can know that by using file command. So here it says it's a ELF. Then I have so it's just a binary data. I'll be using the uboot file to debug with the emulator, QEMU emulator. But before that, let me run it on the debugger and see what happens. I'll have to say arm gdb and uboot. So